Good morning, guys. Good morning. This lighting is terrible. Give me 1 second. Oh, Lord. Maybe if I turn on this lamp. Is this better? Hopefully. Sorry, guys. I'm still playing with my lighting. Good morning. Today is a great day. Right? Every day is a great day. Every day you wake up is a great day. All right. Give me a second while I share this. Again, apologize for the lighting. Look at that. Look at this lighting up here. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me share this on my business pages. 1 second. How is everybody? Guys, I love when you interact with me. How is everybody? There we go. Thanks, Jackie. What's up? What is up? All right. This isn't exactly a spiritual teaching session. It is, but it isn't. But I was so moved this morning that I had to do the live about it. So, okay, I'll go ahead and so I'm doing I've been doing some soul searching lately, as usual. That's like my thing, right? I'm always soul searching, always trying to do better, improve. That's pretty much my life. Hold on. Go. That's why I do what I do and why I love what I do, right? So I've been doing some soul searching, and I have decided to call myself a intuitive coach. It's resonating with me, spiritual teacher and intuitive coach. It's resonating with me because I just realized I have created my entire life and the things that really make me feel good around intuition, right? I'm a certified crystal healer. I love my crystals. It's a very intuitive process, picking out crystals that feel good to you, right? I had a session last week with a client. I realized that I was coaching from an intuition base, talking about feelings and talking about how people feel. And it's all stemming from me being highly intuitive, me being fascinated with intuition, me using intuition. I am very different from a lot of people in my life. I actually feel my way through life instead of thinking my way through life. And that is not, it took me a really long time to realize that not a lot of people actually do that, right? And I have to tell you, it has gotten me on the right path of passion and purpose, and romantically and personally, and it is really the one thing that I think has really gotten me more clarity, right? I used to be very, very depressed growing up because I had lack of clarity. One minute I wanted to be a plastic surgeon, the next I wanted to be a fashion designer. So as you can imagine, I was very confused. So what I wasn't doing was I wasn't listening to my intuition. And that's what I want to coach around, right? Because it can really, like I said, help you in your romantic life, personal life, your work life, every area of life. And it's a direct channel straight from the soul, right? So it's soul-based, it's which means it'll be passion-based, purpose-driven, things like that. So I'm calling myself an intuitive coach, and it feels so good. I've been working on my website, so please be patient with that. And I'm still going to come on live and do a lot of my spiritual teaching because I love it, and that's part of it too. I want to talk about the universe. I want to talk about how to heal yourself. I want to help people get spiritually connected. I want along with that, empowering people's intuition. So I will continue to go on live because I love doing it. I love interacting with people. So if you're on here, please tell me, say hi. And really all of this creates what? Emotional freedom, right? And that's the thing. That's my thing, right? I want everybody to be emotionally free. So I think that's super important, and that leads to a blissful life. So, and I'm actually going to talk about happiness. Let me write that down before I forget. I'm actually going to talk about happiness versus bliss in an upcoming live because they're truly two different things, and I'll explain that. But so I kind of explained, for people that are just joining, my name is Justine Leslie. I explained kind of what I do, what I'm going to be doing from now on. I am also really, really fascinated with empaths and being empathic, which I am myself. I love talking about it. I give a lot of support around it. I'm going to be running a group program around it. So if you feel like you resonate with that word, please message me. We'll chat. And I also, I told you I already do a lot of intuitive healing, and I'm into crystal healing, and I'm also into angel card reading. So if you're interested in any of that, please message me. Yay, everyone's coming on. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, a lot of new faces. I'm excited. All right, awesome. Okay, thanks for coming on. So, I wanted to talk about what's in the news today. And it does go along with spiritual teaching, but this is more of a discussion, and I think it's an important discussion to have, and I'm just really proud as a woman, as a truth seeker, which is someone who, at the very core, loves the truth. I never realized it growing up. I was a journalism major, because I love the truth. I love documentaries. I love the truth. I'm intuitive because that's about finding your truth, right? So the truth is something that has been surrounding me my entire life. And as a woman, as a truth seeker, and as a healer in general, I really was so excited. Hey, Julia. See you in a bit. I was so excited to be at the gym this morning and be watching the Today Show, and them revealed that the women of the hashtag #MeToo movement are the people of the year for Time Magazine, which is, I actually don't know who it was last year, but I believe Mark Zuckerberg was the, yay, right? I was so excited, person of the year last year, and it really brought me to tears because it really just shows a movement happening for vulnerability and truth and women's rights. And it's really, it is a spiritual issue, but it's also a political issue. And I've been kind of tiptoeing, ever since last year when our president, Donald Trump, wasn't the president at the time, but won the election, and, it put me into a really bad place, with, globally how, it was an eye-opening, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is that, more than half the country really believes that this is what we call truth, right? This is normal, this is our reality, when it's really not our reality. It's actually a false reality, right? So I'm kind of digressing a little bit, but these women about this hashtag #MeToo movement, I made some notes about it because I didn't want to misspeak, right? And as a woman, I have been sexually harassed. I have been walking down the street to just buy groceries, and I've been catcalled, and things like that. And that is only a small part of the magnitude of the sexual assault and harassment that women have been dealing with. So I am very blessed in one way to not have a very, very bad experience where I could contribute to the hashtag #MeToo movement, but it still moved me, and that's the point, right? Because even if something is not personally affected you, that's what empathy is, right? Empathy is feeling another person's not even being able to be put in their shoes, but really honoring how they feel and not making them feel bad about it, for example, or telling them to get over it. And to tell these women to get over it, or the people that think that they're being dramatic or whatever people are saying, it's always valid, and I say this a lot of times, it's always valid when a feeling is felt, and a feeling is felt for a reason, and the reason is, I think, for this movement, right? That's my opinion, right? These women are coming together and realizing they have the same feelings, and they're not going to shut up anymore, right? They want the truth to be told. They want the truth to be known, and we are getting stronger, and we're being able to talk about this, and I think it's super important because the truth will, I talked earlier in this live about emotional freedom. This all ties in. The truth will set you free. Makes you feel better when you're honorable. Sure. Not exactly sure what that means, but, the old saying, the truth will set you free. It sure will. It sure will. When I started on my spiritual journey and all the truth came up, I finally decided to acknowledge my depression, my anxiety. I used to cut myself when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, I had a bit of an eating disorder. All of this stuff that I never talked about came up to the surface. And thank God for my spiritual awakening, because that pushed me forward. But I think an awakening is happening right now globally for women in this sexual assault, sexual predators, everything is coming to the surface, and we're sending a message that we're not afraid anymore, and we're realizing, and I think a lot of this has to do with Brené Brown. I don't know if you guys follow her work, but she studies shame, guilt, vulnerability, and I've mentioned her here before, but I think it's part of these women, like Brené Brown, who is making vulnerability okay, and we're actually debunking the myth that not crying or showing emotion is what makes you strong. It's actually the exact opposite, right? Being vulnerable and telling your truth, no matter how painful it is, and looking at your pain and your trauma, that actually makes you stronger. And that creates a life of emotional freedom. And when you're free, you can do anything, right? You're not afraid of anything. So I think this movement is so beautiful, and I'm so excited that I'm living in a time when this is happening. I made some notes, so I just want to make sure that I'm getting it all. Yeah, so I think I hit on like all the major points, but I just want to say one more thing about vulnerability. And vulnerability, healing cannot happen without vulnerability. That is a fact, right? Because you need to be strong enough and honest and truthful enough with yourself to bring up the pain and the trauma, to be able to actually heal from it. So acknowledging that it actually exists and sitting in it is the first step to healing. And I think that's part of what's happening here, right? Best thing to learn is natural survival and being strong. This world won't last the way it is. Not exactly sure what you mean. Natural survival and being strong. This world. Do you mean this world won't last the way it is, meaning like the more ego trumps love, the more this world will go downhill? Is that kind of what you mean? Let me know. Sorry guys, just reading the comment. Love when you guys comment. But yeah, I just want to say one more time how proud I am of these women. I feel very blessed to be living in a time where this is happening, and I'm very excited, and I'm tuning into what's happening next, and I just couldn't go on live without acknowledging this. So congratulations, women. You are the strongest people I know. You are the heroes. You are, anytime your truth is spoken is an opportunity for healing. So thank you. And that's not just healing for you, that's healing for other people too, right? So thank you so much. And yeah, I just want to take a deep breath because I talk really fast. But I do want to acknowledge all the women that came out to talk about this and spoke their truth. So thank you, women. Okay, great. I have to get going. Thank you so much for everybody that joined. I will be on tomorrow to talk about, I might talk about tomorrow happiness versus bliss. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting topic, and I just kind of want to differentiate the two with you guys. So maybe we'll talk about that. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.